An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Bring it. Bring it. 11. Check 59, Mike.
Bravo.
Mike to 59. Here we go. Mike, check, 59.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Over 30 yards there, and 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. They come out here in the eye.
Mike, 5-4. 6-man. Check girls. Easy, opposite.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He's coming. We got double up.
Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He finds Corey Davis. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7-7, our score after one. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Ready. We're waiting. 59. Got you. Hey, kill. 59. 59.
Now on 2nd and 16. Breeze. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
No. Here we go. 12. Hey, kill.
Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 3-yard line.
Ready. Move. March 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that's complete to Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10.
He's coming. Double up. Three.
Mariota now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Mariota, and he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But nothing to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up third and long. To throw is Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down. 25, check 25, check 25. Kill. 20 seconds.
To throw is Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Kill. Check 24, check 24.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Echo. 54. Right, 54. And it's 3 seconds.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Quit talking about it. 55, mark out, 55. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Smooth.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, easy. Get there. 11. 59. Hey, wahoo. Select.
To throw, it's Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A 10th carry for Kamara. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Sammy. 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, Dan.
There's Breeze. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. K.D. Cannon. As the first half is winding down, and the Saints have taken the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Check. Watch 54. I got it. Shit! We go 21. Check three.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run it for the first time with a backup move. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
You got it.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
36.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. We go 21. Ready, take.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Daquan Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Alex Anzalone able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready? Yellow lady. 59. Go, go, go.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready? You ready? Mike's 59. Hey, 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 hey. Back, kill.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Lady. Get him, boy.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third.
You're good. I'm forward, ready. Ready? 59 mark. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. David Onyemata able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Right there, 56. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota to throw it. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check good. 59, Mike, Mike, check. 59. You gonna get this ball? 36.
Here's Breeze to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is, Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mariota. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taywan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succa, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Keeps himself upright. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. And Walker has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
9 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Tannehill now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 91 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe it makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come get some. Come get
Maybe a free play here for Tannehill. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At the 43-yard line.
Hit it. 47. Check, 47.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here it comes.
Now it's Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it'll bring up 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's got a man, Corey Davis. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Saints, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Complaining, I got